Hello, my beautiful friends. Today we're going to talk about prioritizing peace and the permission to be yourself. So I got off a really powerful client call earlier this morning. Hello, beautiful. And I really wanted to come on live and just share some space and magic with you. So I have a candle here. So if anyone is joining this live now or on the replay, go ahead and set an intention for yourself if you so desire. What is one way that you can prioritize your peace today? And what is one way that you can give yourself permission to be yourself today? So go ahead and set those intentions for yourself if you so desire. And trust that they will come through in a natural, easy, and graceful way, in a way that is illuminating to you in all parts of your life. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm just going to put this candle to the side, and that was the message that came through, that what should I talk about and share with my people today? And it was these two things: prioritizing peace and the permission to be yourself. So let's start with the first one about prioritizing your peace. This is something that I have seen that's really rampant in the world, where I see a human being who is truly so powerful, so magical, so loving, so generous, so genius. And this person feels as though their peace and their sanctuary and their stability is not important. And the way that I see this playing out for people is, and I've seen this in myself as well, is not allowing there to be a sanctuary and a space for your own peace, your health, your wealth, your romantic, love, intentional relationships to come through, right? Because if you are prioritizing a space that is really unsettling to you, that is full of chaos and drama and struggle and hardship, right? If that's what you keep feeding your energy to, that's what you're going to get more of. And the interesting part is the way that this reality for you, let's say it has to do with health, or it has to do with your creativity blooming in your life in a certain direction that you really want it to, the first step to that is deciding that my peace is important. My peace is relevant. It matters that I live a peaceful, nourished, and abundant life, because peace comes from stability, from that homeostasis that we want in our gifts, in our body, in our life, in our home. Peace is something that we get to have. You're not required to go on tornado storms every day and ride rapid waves. You're not required. The only thing that keeps you going on those waves is you continuing to say yes to it. So one day you get to just decide that I'm prioritizing peace in my life from now on, right? And this is something that I do for my clients, especially in my divine oracle offerings, my soul jewel offerings, anything that involves me psychically channeling for you. One of my genius gifts is to see this higher vision with you and for you, and I can point out clearly which are the factors that need to be itemized, prioritized, valued, and here are some very specific, tangible, practical action steps that you can take to make sure that these values start spinning their magic in your life and taking up real, actual space. And when we're coming back to the concept of peace and prioritizing it, this is the first thing that you get to decide, that from now on, my peace is important to me. You literally have to stop yourself in the middle of a chaos storm and decide, I am the center point of this storm. I am not the storm. You have to decide that. I can't tell you that. In fact, if you hire me for your soul jewel extraction and you want me to underline and amplify your vision for what you desire to do in the world, no matter how big that vision is. Let's say you want to be a global sensation. Let's say you want to impact 1 million people before your lifetime this lifetime on earth ends. It doesn't matter how big your vision is. If you ask me to give you permission and psychically look into what's available for you, I won't. Even if I see it, I won't tell you. Because me underlining what you want to see and you using that as the permission slip to step into who you actually are is not my cup of tea. Because that's you outsourcing your power, and I won't do it. So if you're someone who wants to prioritize peace in your life, you are going to have to be the one to see that for yourself. You have to go first. Once you go first, I'm telling you, the universe, God, cosmic forces, all divine forces, whatever you believe in, will rise up to support you, to honor you in that magnetic life force power that you just put all the way deep down into the earth, because you claimed it, you stood for it, you said, this is my value, this is what I desire, this is what I stand for. I am not leaving my post. I stand for this. I would stand 100,000 times for this. Once you claim that, that's when the floodgates open. And peace is the first thing that I believe so many magical spiritual entrepreneurs, soul-led CEOs get to claim. Because if you don't prioritize your peace, guess what? Your future is another present. And if you're not prioritizing your peace right now, it's not going to be prioritized in the future. And so one day you really just have to stop and stand in the kitchen or wherever you are standing and decide, this ends here and now today with me. And then you start watering the seeds of nourishment and abundance. For as long as you're willing to give away your peace, how would you ever land it in your life in a stable way, right? So when people come around you, when energies come around you, when you get 100 messages, when you get 500 emails in your inbox, when you get so many likes or a lack of likes on your post, when all of that creates this frenzy energy that you now feel that you have to respond to, guess who just sacrificed their peace? It was you. It was you. So for as long as we keep sacrificing our peace, we'll never have it. We'll never have it. And I think it's really important to say it in this way, because it's not about me giving you permission to claim your peace or to value it or honor it or land it in your life or say that it's okay and it's enough and you're allowed. You already are allowed. So I won't tell you that you are. And that itself is the message. That is the medicine. That I refuse to be the one. It won't even come out of my mouth. The words won't even come out of my mouth. Because I see you as so powerful, so creative, so sovereign. If you want something, you're going to go get it. I know you are. So don't ask me for permission to go get what's already rightfully yours. Because in that case, the reason you don't have it is because you're not getting it. Is because you've decided that it's not a value, it's not a priority. It's not something that you actually want. Literally, if someone is knocking on your door over and over and over and over and over again, and you're saying that this person, this energy, this dynamic, this situation in my life, this health crisis in my life is stealing my peace, well, guess what? It is. You get to be the one that says, I do not consent to chaos. Do you feel this? I do not consent to chaos. This isn't an affirmation that I can tell you that you then download into your subconscious mind and body and then become that person. It's not possible. You have to decide that I am this person, that peace is an important value of mine, and I choose to prioritize it. And here's how. Once you choose and decide that peace matters to you, now you're going to figure out the action steps that come after that. And you're going to understand, okay, peace and my health matters to me. What are 3 things I need to do this week in order to prioritize my peace around my physical health and wellness? I don't have to tell you that. You're already going to know. You already know what you need to do, right? You already know. So you're going to pick out those 3 things and you're going to put them into your schedule, and you're going to be really nice to yourself about it, because you're both human and this gigantic, spiritual, mythical, genius, divine beast of a soul energy. You're all of this and this physical human body, right? So you're going to pick 3 things, and you're going to decide that before the end of this week, these 3 things are going to happen. Now, whether I dedicate 3 hours to each thing or 3 minutes to each thing, the thing that matters is, because my peace matters to me and I'm prioritizing it, if I don't do these 3 things by the end of the week, I don't actually value my peace. Because I'm pretty sure you can find 9 minutes between now and the end of the week to dedicate 3 minutes to those 3 things that you said are important for your health, right? And the next week, you're going to do them again. And the next week, you're going to do them again. And this is how you slice through the storm, and you say, this ends today. There is a power in clarity and definition and slicing through the noise. It's not powerful to be so sensitive and highly perceptive to the world that you live in this la-la fairyland all day, and you're so connected with everything and just following the muse every single place you go, but you're not actually building a home for your body, yourself, for your money, for your nourishment, for the things that would feed you. That's the definition of divine masculine structure in your life. It's when the nourishment coming in isn't flowing over. It's like you have water and it has a bowl to be in. It has a glass to be in. It's not just getting lost in the wind, right? And so I really encourage you to think about, where in your life are you not prioritizing peace? Because if you have big dreams and you have big visions and big goals, you're not going to get there. Hello, beautiful. You're not going to get there if you don't prioritize your actual peace. I'm not even talking about valuing it or believing yourself as worthy of it. We're done with that. Because if you don't see yourself as worthy of peace, that loop is going to keep going in circles. I'm talking about, what are you actually doing to prioritize your peace and let it take up physical space in your life? When you're moving from that energy, every single thing that you put into your schedule and that you give your time and energy to, it expands that peace that you valued and prioritized in your body and heart already. So then when you see that beautifully made bed, or you eat that beautifully well-nourishing dinner that you prepared with love for yourself, your inner peace expands. It expands. So many people I see, especially in the health, the wealth, and the relationship sector, what I see happening is you have a dream, you have a desire, you have a vision, you have a destiny. I see it so powerfully in you. I see it extremely clearly. But what I also see is people not prioritizing the exact things that would give them that experience of their highest power, their deepest personal power, their potential actualized in their life. When you don't give yourself the structure that you need in order to allow your creativity, your body, your energy to be so nourished and overflowing with radiance, you're stealing from yourself. You have a destiny. You have a capacity. You have an infinite potential. But if you don't give yourself what you need to create that, if you don't allow yourself to be held and supported and support yourself in that, you have to be your own divine masculine first. You get to choose. These are my values. These are my priorities. I am allowing myself to value me first. Because I value me, I'm not touching my phone today. I don't care if a building is burning down. If somebody really needs that kind of help, they need to be calling 911. I am not obligated to respond to these messages, to these emails, to these thoughts even. When you can hold that line for yourself, even in your own brain, when you can be that powerful, protective, backbone, thorn masculine for yourself, that is when your heart will bloom. That is when your feminine radiance will bloom. That's where your health comes from. That's where your wealth comes from. That's where it's you allowing you to actually be nourished, supported, seen, honored, cherished. And you are the one that gets to do that for yourself first. So if you're hoping to see your life bloom in the ways that you've been dreaming of, it's time for you to look at, what do I need to prioritize? That is my actual value. I already value peace. So what can I do to prioritize that in my life? What phone calls do I need to stop picking up? What things do I already not want to eat? My body's already telling me this isn't working for me, but I'm not listening. Pick 3 of those things and start doing them. And number 2, the message that came through for today is the permission to be yourself is given to you by you. You don't need anyone else's permission to be you. You were given a life on this planet. You are here to bloom. Your life matters. The person that you are, no one else is. And you get to be the one that claims that story, that writes that story, that lives it out in your life. You came here to bloom. And every challenge that you have ever walked through has been the same because you go through the 3 processes, the 3 phases of that challenge each and every time. You go through the phase where you realize this is a challenge. You go through the phase where you realize, and this is what I value, and this is what matters to me, and this is what I stand for. And you go through the phase where you break through it, you fight through it, and you become a different person. And that person you become is the same texture of you, but even brighter. If you came here in this life to live out your highest and deepest destiny, I cannot wait to welcome you inside of my private work, inside of my soul jewel extraction sequences. There is something so powerful about witnessing all humans, men, women, and children, especially families. It is so powerful for me to witness you turn your story into a story of triumph. You didn't come here to talk about your past or to live in your trauma or to be dimmed by that light. You did not come here for that. You came here to shine so bright. You came here to shine so bright. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because there have been 1,000,001 reasons, 1,000,001 reasons for me to not live out my best life in this life. And if you know me personally, or you've been reading all of my content over the past years, perhaps you know some of these reasons. Perhaps you know what I've been alluding to. There have been so many things that have happened in my life. And the one that happened most recently in 2023, the thing that kills me the most is that I almost didn't fight it. I almost thought, okay, well, I fought through this, and this. Maybe this is just the best that my life gets to be. Maybe I don't need to break through this one. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine if my light is so bright and shiny, but like, maybe it's fine if we don't allow this level of my divine destiny, my psychic gifts, and my personal power to massively expand. Maybe it's fine if I hold on to all of these things that are just slightly, ever so slightly, harping on my peace, on my wellness, on my abundance, on my self-nourishment, on my self-perception. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay that I have this like little 1 to 3% situation in my life that's not fully working for me, okay? I thought maybe it's fine, but it wasn't fine. It wasn't fine. Because in March of 2023, on the Spring Equinox, the weeks before then, from January to March, I decided that all of the abuse, all of the trauma, all of the pain that I had been through in my life up until that point was over. I decided on the 21st of March that it would be over. And guess what it was? It was. I stopped living that out in my body, in my mind, in my thoughts. I stopped. I just stopped because I was done. And up till that point, that was the thing that had taken so much of my power. And it wasn't even that much of my power because I had so much of my personal power online already. But still, it was too much. It was too much. It was too much. It was still taking up too much space in my life. And so I said, the end. We're done. The pain of the past is over. I'm washing out this poison. We are never talking about it again. All the doors are closed. There is no more leaky energy. None of this gets to come into my life. I am here to shine. I'm here to bloom, and I will. I decided that. I decided. I knew that there is a limited amount of space in my energy field, in my presence, in my life. And that if I allowed XYZ to take however much amount of space, whether it's 3% or 30%, it doesn't matter. I wanted to give 0% because I wanted to prioritize me, my presence, my life. I wanted to keep myself alive, flourishing, blooming, expanding. As soon as I decided that, God showed me, okay, great work, wrapping that up, good job. Now, let me show you this other part of your life that you think is only a 1 to 3% damper on your presence, your power, your magic, your gifts, your creativity, your expansion. You think it's only 1 to 3%, that you could live with it, that it will be fine. Let me show you how not fine it is. And when God showed me, I promised him, I promised him that I would live out my name. And my name is Lopa. It means to destroy everything but the soul. The word lop comes from the Sanskrit root of the word lop. Lopa is the feminine form of the root. Lop is the action that Shankar, Shiva, does to create and destroy the world, but it starts by destruction. I represent the power of the divine feminine destruction, creation cycle of the world. I initiate that. I hold it. I see it through. That is who I am. And I told God, do not let me deviate from my sole purpose on this planet. I came here to live out my fullest life form. Let me be strong and brave enough and courageous enough to destroy everything but my soul. I will start from scratch if I have to. But do not let me hold on to anything that's not for me, that is not my soul. I asked him to support me in this. I had powerful people by my side. Maybe not more than one or two who supported me in this. I had God by my side. And I let every single thing in my life that wasn't a pure reflection, an expression, an extension of my soul force energy be destroyed. And because I chose that, the level of power, magic, and creativity that poured into my life, I know without a shadow of a doubt that had I not been willing to hold this hard and clear of a line, to slam the door on distractions, to say no to all forms of abuse, toxicity, violence, unequivocally, without questioning myself, without coddling anyone, without making space for, well, this is why they did it. No. I prioritized my peace. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that had I not had the courage to draw that line, that clearly, that firmly, that unequivocally, it was not up for debate. Once I made the call was made. The call was made. Period, done, the end. That is why the rate at which my life is expanding, my spiritual gifts are expanding, there is no ceiling. There is no ceiling. And I never would have expressed at this level of my personal power and my innate frequency had I not had the guts to draw that line, to call it, to hold it, to not back down, to not budge or alter my standard by even a millisecond. No. And I'm here to tell you that it's when you draw a line this clearly that you get to see what's on the other side of that. Because I thought it was 1 to 3% of my power and magic being dampened. It was a whole iceberg, okay? It was more than 1,000%. Every single thing that I thought about me that was a setback wasn't a setback about me. It was that I was surrounded by distorted mirrors. I was surrounded by people who were lying to me, but the real problem is that I was believing them. I didn't believe in myself. I believed in their lies more than I believed in myself. So I'm here to tell you that your first and foremost job is to believe that your life matters. Your presence matters. Your gifts matter. You are here to share something so unique and powerful and fragrant with the world. It is not okay. It is not okay if you die without sharing your gift with yourself, with other people, with the world. But you come first. You have to be the one that looks in the mirror and decides, my gifts matter. My soul matters. My body matters. My spirit matters. My presence here matters. My magic matters. It's important that I bloom. I don't need to keep sacrificing my peace to these agendas, to these distractions, to these people or these energies that keep picking at my energy. Guess what? They're just being themselves. Your job is to emanate out from where you are and deflect that. Your job is to walk into a room like a force field. Do not give permission for people to tell you who you are when what they're saying to you is wrecking your sense of self. Do not give them permission. Look at what they are and who they choose to believe themselves to be. Look at the level of courage, clarity, and spine and vision in their life. Look at how much is blooming for them. First, are they standing by their principles? Before you listen to a word that comes out of anyone's mouth, look at who they are. Let their character inform you to what value their opinion even has. Do not let these thoughts touch you. When you are divine, you are gifted by infinite superconscious wisdom and divine psychic genius. When you clean up your subconscious mind and set it to the instinct of honoring you and your soul's truth and your pure presence in this world, things can't get in and confuse you. You are not the energy of confusion. You only get confused when you allow people and thoughts and energy into your life that are muddy themselves. So stop. Stop. Prioritize and value yourself. You deserve to be in an environment that nourishes you, that supports you, that gives you peace. You deserve to be in an environment where people aren't yelling at you, when people aren't trying to break you down, where people aren't jealous of you, where people don't want to see you fail, where people don't want to say things like, oh, you're probably going to have to give up after a couple of years. Oh, you're so immodest. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. You deserve to be in an environment that supports you, that sees you in your power and refuses to see you as anything but powerful. You deserve to be in an environment where nobody touches you or your body or raises a hand on you even once. Your children deserve to be in an environment where they are not told that they're not good enough, where they are not physically violated, where they are not touched, where their brain is not harmed, where their heart is not crushed. Your children deserve that. And if you're not giving yourself that environment, you're not going to give it to your children. Because you have allowed there to be a standard for your life that allows that in. So you're not going to be passing on generational health, wealth, or healing. You're going to be passing on the standard that you allow for yourself. So before you decide to allow chaos to take over your life, think about the standard that you're setting for the people who are watching you, and that's the children. Your children are watching you. They want to know whether your creativity, your joy, your delight, your happiness, your bliss matters. Because if it doesn't, they're never going to prioritize that for themselves either. If you don't trust yourself, they're not going to know that trusting themselves is valued, allowed, honored, respected, important. If you don't cultivate your intuition, your ability to tap into your innate divine wisdom, they're not going to know that it's safe to trust themselves and not listen and give away their power constantly to outside authority. They're not going to know that because you're not living that. The only thing that we pass on to our people, to this planet, to the children, to the universe, is what we're living by, not what we say. Not what we say. An affirmation doesn't go into your brain until it's your instinct already. So how are you supposed to go in there and change that? You have to decide that I'm choosing to become a new person. And yes, I have these sticky parts. I have these wounds. I'm having a hard time letting go of these exact patterns that I know that I need support on. I'm going to hire someone to support me to get rid of that. I'm going to stop pretending I can magic my way into becoming this person by just writing it on the wall, or writing it on my forehead, or writing it in a journal. That's not working. I need to change my body level instincts. And I'm willing to let go of whatever is in the way of me living out my most highest, most powerful, most highly potential life that God gave me on this planet to live out. When you start valuing your life force at this level, that is when your life will change. That is when your life will change. And by you valuing this, you set an example for every other person in the world, whether or not they choose to rise to it. It doesn't matter. Never apologize for the standards that you set for yourself in your life. Your authentic truth is the medicine, 100% of the time. Permission granted to live out the highest potential of your entire life in this lifetime. Don't wait for next lifetime. I don't care if you believe in past lives or future lives. I care if you're sleeping on the life that you have right now, because you have it. You have this life right now. It's yours to live. And you get to live it at the highest capacity that you could even imagine for yourself. Because as soon as you allow that, you'll find out that there was 1,000% more. It kills me to see people give away their life force, their power, their presence, their magic, their right to live a full and beautiful and peaceful life, prosperous life on this planet, just because someone else thinks you shouldn't. You don't deserve that. Please stay small. Please answer to my questions. You're doing it wrong. Society says this. Culture says this. Community says this. Let them live their own life. Let people make their own decisions and choices. You are not responsible for other people's feelings, actions, or behaviors. They are. Take your power back. Power isn't something that is given to you. It's something you have to claim. A throne isn't something that is given to you. You're not invited to the throne. You take it. This is your life to live. It's your choice whether you're going to live it or not. Every single step that you take in the direction of your soul truth, your soul destiny, is a gift and a permission slip to every other human and soul on this planet who is waiting to see if it's possible for them also to walk their path of their own personal power, their own belief in themselves and God, their own belief in their power, gifts, and magic, their own willingness to nourish themselves, their own lifeblood, their body, their soul, their life. You get to go first, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need permission from someone else to live your life the way that you were born to live it. You have permission. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to live your life as you and walk into your life as the emblem of your soul force power? Are you going to let your divine genius stream through your heart? Or are you going to walk into a room and let it color you? That is not what you came here for. You have a purely powerful potential life force power that is only yours, a soul signature frequency that is only yours. And if you do not emanate it out and become highly curated about what gets to come in, what you respond to, what you ignore, what you say yes to, what you say no to, if you don't start being the artist and the curator of that, yeah, the other people will do it for you. Yeah, the world will do it for you. Society, community, agenda will do it for you. It's your job to decide who you are. And if you ask me to tell you who you are, I won't. If you're somebody who already knows who you are, who is standing in your pure personal self-trust power, yes, I will see eye to eye to you. I will bring through all of the magic of my psychic genius and I will offer it at your feet. But I will not give you permission to be yourself because you don't need that from me. God gave you life. You have permission to live as yourself in this life, to live radiantly, to live powerfully, to live expressed, to retain your innocence, to retain your heart, to retain the sanctuary of your life, your body, your home, your desires, your passions. You were gifted that. It's not for me to give you. You already have that. I hope that this message serves you today. I hope that you remember who you are as a powerful person on this planet. You don't need anyone's permission to live your life as you are. You have all the permission in the world. It's already in your flesh and blood and bones. And if there's a part of your life that you wish to expand, magnify, and amplify more, if there's a part of your life where you feel that your subconscious patterns, your instincts are getting in the way, if you find over and over again that you don't feel confident, that you don't feel a sense of peace or ease in any one part of your life, my private work is a beautiful space where we will clear out anything that needs to go and teach you all the tools to create permanent shifts in your body so that you can live the life that you were born to live 100%. So that your intuition, your two-way divine oracle ability will always give you the answers that you need. You will get them from yourself. And once you create space in your body like this, your aura field is just like sparkling. It's magnetic. It's 100 times more powerful than you could have ever imagined. You walk into a room and the room is on fire. When you know you've got this power and you're the one wielding it, allowing it, emanating it, that's when your divine genius, your soul signature genius, can just pour through you and create this beautiful feminine magic, this gifted genius that you came onto this earth to share with the world. And you will find the most powerful divine masculine support rise up in service to that beautiful, divine, radiant, magical genius that you are. You will find it come to you in the most unexpected, beautiful, and expected, sacred ways. And that is the life that I envision with you, that I dream with you, that I dream for you. I dream of a world in which people, you are so embodied in your personal power that you don't need a permission slip to just live and be who you are when you are her. If this message resonates with you, if it lands for you, if it activates something in you, I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments. If you're looking to work with me privately, I have 2 links in my profile. If you are already an established soul-led CEO with a team or a company and you're looking to have my psychic support on your team, you want to look at Genius Frequency Arena, you can apply there. If you're a powerful woman or a man looking to activate your powerful innate gut instinct, intuitive clarity, divine oracle abilities, and just live your life as the most powerful embodied divine animal that you are, and trust yourself to an extreme level, to raise the water table on your self-love, self-respect, and self-worth, to stand strong as the person that you are, to be able to be clear on your yes and no, to live out your boundaries and your truth and your standards so easily if that's something that you desire for yourself. My personal private work is for you. There's a link to apply to Private Bespoke Alchemy. And if you're looking for an introductory level offer on any of these, let me know by telling me what your goal and intention is. And I will give you a few things that I feel would be a perfect fit for you, and you can select where you'd like to start. And if you are called to me and the work that I do to support you into alchemizing completely into your brightest shining power, I really, really highly recommend you join us for the group activation that is happening on the Spring Equinox. My group activations are beautifully priced. There are 6 of them a year, but this one is very special because we're calling in an entire new era, new year from the springtime. And you have the opportunity to release any past trauma, any pain, anything that needs to go from your body, generational things, DNA things, all of the things. And you can also combine it with a curated 5 audio bundle, which this is the best place to start. If you're like, how is she doing this? How is she so embodied in her body and her instincts? This is the place to start. Get a live group session with me. My group sessions are very intimate, very loving, very beautiful sanctuary-like spaces where I go straight in there to support you in clearing, activation, and resurrection of your power. So you can join us in there, and having the audio bundle to go with it is perfect because each of those is like a session with me that you can turn on anytime. You'll have it at home to just support yourself in such a natural, intuitive way. You just click the button, press play. So that would be a beautiful place to start. So if you're interested in that, message me below, Spring Equinox, and I will get the link over to you as soon as it's ready for this year. And I'm just wishing you such a beautiful day, and just know that your life matters. And if you needed this message today, I'm so glad that it came through today so that I could share it with you. All right, we'll talk again soon. Bye.